tutorials. In previous video tutorial, we have learned how to print a number in sequential order by two threads, right? And there we had applied the concept related to the modulus division. What concept we had applied? If you look into the natural numbers starting from 1 till whatever limits you provide, right? All the natural numbers either can be even or odd, right? And that's the concept we had applied, and that logic was based on that. Now in this video tutorial, we'll write the same program. Means we'll print numbers in sequence using two threads, or this problem can be asked in some different way, how to print odd and even numbers using two threads, right? So here same problem statement we have, but here I'm going to adopt a little different approach, right? So here I have already created a project with second approach, and here you can see I have only client program, right? There I have a main method and which is completely blank. So let's go ahead and try to create all the resources which is required for this problem statement. So here first of all I'm going to create basically two threads, not one but two threads, right? So we require two threads, one thread which is basically calling a print even number, another thread will call print odd number, right? So we required two basic classes which implements runnable interfaces. And so here if you look into, so I'll click over here and create a class. I will put into the, let's say, task, yeah, dot task package, and I would say uh, odd number printer, right? So give the logical name. So this basically thread will be responsible to print the odd numbers, and this is going to basically implement runnable interface. So let me create all the resource first of all. Yeah, now I'm going to create another basically class which basically which will be a even number printer, and that will implement runnable interface. But before that, what I'll do, before that, let me complete this class itself, right? So that rest of the things will do copy paste. So here I'm going to create, I would say, odd and even number generator, right? So this is the name I have given. This class is not existing at all right now, but I will create nobody, right? And this class will hold the reference of this, and same I'm going to initialize within the constructor. So I'll go to the resource, and this is the option, generating constructor using this field. Yeah, cool. uh, now now let me create this class odd and even number. Sorry, there is some spelling mistake. So I'd say odd and even number generator, right? So we need to change these things, right? Sorry, this increases basically typing time. Yeah, now I'm going to create this class odd and even number generator. So let's create no fix, I will create this class, right? So let's keep in some other we can keep in the same package, not a problem, right? So this class has been created. Now here I'm going to declare some fields like private, and here I would say, let's say, private int total number in sequence till what limit you want to basically print your number starting from 1 to total number in sequence which client has to supply, right? Now here I'm going to declare one more flag. Something is called private boolean, and I would say even flag, right? So here I'm going to make use of flag, right? Now let's create one constructor. Okay, so I would say I go to a source and generate constructor, but here I'm going to include only total number in sequence, not flag. Yeah, so that whoever is using this constructor has to pass only total number in sequence, right? And here we have two methods like public void print odd number. Cool. And another method will have something is called even number. Okay, so this is responsible to print the odd and this is even. Yeah, now come back to over here, right? So why this guy is still showing some problem? I don't know why. Let's generate constructor again. So go to the source and generate constructor. Okay, now we have a reference of basically of again this name I have wrongly given. Sorry guys, this is nothing with odd. Sorry. And constructor, go to the source. Now we have a reference of this guy. So from here, this is responsible to print the odd number. So I'll say in run method this dot print odd number. Yeah, simply we have to make a call. Now I'll create another class who is responsible to call the another method which is print even number. So paste in the same package, give the name as even number printer. Yeah, or you can give the even number generator, whatever you wish to give. Yeah, so we have even number printer, right? This again takes a reference of odd and even number generator, and here we have to call as this name suggests, this is going to basically print even number. So I'd say print even number. Cool, so simple. Now most important, what we have to complete this implementation, which is very important. Now let's first of all complete this print odd number, right? So here first of all I use synchronize because this process should happen in the synchronous fashion, because one thread is printing odd numbers and another is printing even numbers, and that's why, and you have to maintain the sequence as well. So here here what we have synchronized keyword first of all, right? And here I'm going to pass a reference of current class. Cool. Now here we have one while loop, and in this while loop what we have to do basically, so here as this method is printing odd number, so if even flag is true, then thread has to go into the wait state, right? Before that, what you have to do, we have to actually let me do, first of all I have to check the basically limit. So here in first loop what I am going to do, here I do here one more thing you have to declare, private int let's say number, which we have to print, which I am going to initialize with 1. Cool. So now you have to check over here, inside that another loop will have definitely, but before that what you have to do, you have to do number less than equal to number in sequence, total number in sequence minus 1. Yeah, so that, and after that we have to give the even flag, right? So this method is responsible to print the even number. If this flag is true, then thread has to go into the wait state, right? So I'll put into wait state, right? If this is not, so I need to put in the try catch block, because this method throws exception, checked exception. So this while loop basically ends over here. So if this is not the case, then thread will go ahead, right? Thread will go ahead and that will print the number, right? So I say here I will print the thread name. So thread sorry guys. So I'd say thread dot current thread, then get name, right? Get name. And after that I'll put one marker, something like this, and this guy is going to print number. Here you can do number plus plus, or what you can do, print the number, and afterwards you can increment the number by 1. So out of, you can do something like this. And after that, what you have to do, this flag you will have to make so for this flag, if this flag is true, then this is going to uh, going to going to be in waiting state. So here this flag you have to, after printing the odd number, you have to make this flag true, right? So that another thread will get chance, right? If this flag is true, again same thread is trying to print the number, so this is true, then again that will go in wait state. Otherwise that will try to print the even number, right? So we'll make this and after that, of course, making after this we will have to call the notify. So we have only other thread is waiting in the queue, so just calling the you don't need to call basically notify all, because there is only one thread who is basically printing the even number is in waiting state. So just call the notify. So that's all. This is the implementation for to print basically odd numbers. Now same implementation I'm going to paste in inside the even, print even number, and little change you have to do. So this condition would be the same, right? This condition why we have given, because we want to print number starting from 1 till basically total number in sequence. Why I have deducted 1? Because this is postfix, right? So that's what. Now here you will have to see the name of the method, print even number, right? So if even number is basically true, sorry, if even number is false, right, then you have to put thread in the basically waiting state, and that's why I'm giving the negation, right? If this flag is not true, then we have to put into the waiting state, else thread will go ahead and that will print the number, right, and again increase the number, and after printing the even number, this flag has to set the false. Yeah, this flag has to set the false. That's it, and almost we have done the implementation. Pretty simple. Now I'm going to close all the files. Let's start with the client program. Here everything we have done, right? So first of all, I need to create an object of this guy, right? Because this reference is going to use by are both of the thread, right? Odd number printer and even number printer. And that's why first of all you need to create an object of this. So now I would say odd and even number generator equals to, and this guy is taking total number in sequence that I have hard coded. This you can take from the keyboard, right? Till what sequence you want to print the number, right? So we have this resource we have created, which is going to use by both the threads. Now now what I'll create a two thread. I'll thread, let's say t1 thread equals to new thread. So if you look into the constructor, we have various constructor. I'm going to use this constructor which takes first parameter as a runnable target and second is the thread name itself. So here I'm going to use new, and I'm going to create an object of this guy, odd, sorry, odd number printer, right? I'm going to create an object of this guy. So I'd say new odd number generator which accepts a reference of odd and even number generator, so that we are going to pass it away. Right here you can give the thread name. Let's say I'm going to give the thread name thread 1. Cool. Now similarly I'm going to create another thread, let's say t2, right? But at this time I'm going to pass the runnable object another guy, right, which is responsible to print even number, right? So even number printer, and that will accept reference, same runnable object we can assign to them and give the thread name as thread 2. Now both thread we have to start t2 dot start. Guys, here I'll make it clear, instead of using instead of creating your own thread and starting, you can use executor framework over here as well, right? So t1 dot start and t2 dot start, almost we have done. Let's run this now. Cool. Here you can see the thread T1 is printing 1, thread T2 2, then again thread T1 is printing 3, thread T2 is printing 4. So basically thread 1 is printing all the odd numbers if you look into here, and thread T2 is printing all the even numbers, and see how sequential number gets printed, right? So guys, I hope you understood what I said earlier. This piece of code you can replace by executor framework as well. So one of the video I have shown how to replace this code with executor framework. You can watch that video, and I hope you understood. So here printing basically sequential number or odd and even number using two threads, but here the approach we had applied, that's little totally different. So if you look into this approach, let's start basically try to analyze. Let's say here we have a T1 and T2. Let's say T2 is getting try to print a first time, right, and which is responsible for even number generator, right? So T2, this thread name is thread, sorry, this name, and there is a spelling mistake, right? Let's say T2 is trying to print the thread first of all, right, means thread 2. Then what will happen? So here if you look into this, this is responsible to call the print even number, right? And if you look into here, even number is trying to print, then first of all this will go inside. That's if that's got the log first time, then this number becomes true, 1 less than equal to 19. Then let's say even flag is right now false, so that will go into waste state, right? So negation of false is true, that will go into waste state. So T2 now will release the log, then thread T1 will get the log, that will try, and thread T1 will try to print the basically try to call this print odd numbers. If you look into here, so this thread is basically if you look at now, this guy T1 is calling this method. Now what will the sequence? So 1 less than 19. Now even flag is currently false because this is an instance variable, by default it will be false. So it is false, so this code will be skipped, and that will print number and increment by 1 and making this even flag as true and notifying it. Let's say same thread is trying to get same thread will get the log again. Then as this flag is basically true, so if this is a true, then this will go into a wait state, right? So that even number printer thread will get the chance, right? So this is the true. So if you look into another thread, right, which is nothing but the T2, will try to execute this try to call this method, then this becomes true again, 2 less than equal to 19. Then as this is true, right, so this is true means negation of true is false, so that will not go into waste state, that will go ahead and that will print current value of number is 2 and increment by 1. So now this will become 3 over here. Then again we are making this flag as false and notifying other threads, right? So now if you look into think about this again, thread basically T2 is trying to call this method, then what will happen? As of now even flag is false, right? So the negation of false would be basically true, so again this will go into wait state. So now thread who is responsible to print the odd number will get the chance, and this way number is getting printed in sequential fashion. Let me run this project again. Okay, let me go to the client program, and as we have renamed the threads, right? So if you look into, so this makes sure that number is getting printed in the sequential format, and all the odd numbers is getting printed by the thread 1, and all the even numbers are getting printed by the thread 2 in sequential fashion. Guys, that's all I have in this video tutorial. This code I am going to post on my blog kkjavatutorials.com, and link I will provide into the video description. Guys, big thank you for watching this video, and see you there in the next video tutorial.